Shakuntala Garu, Chief Commissioner of Customs, Excise and Service Tax, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. I add my words of welcome to the speakers this morning, the Chief Commissioner and the Director from the Reserve Bank of India, Dr. Sharat Jal, who is also to address us on the economy aspects amidst us. I wanted to make two comments by way of introduction to the discussions on indirect tax. If we look at the entire budget mechanics, arithmetic, you will find that virtually the entire budgetary support for 2015-16 has come from excise duties. And this has come mainly because of the fact that we had the oil bonanza. The oil bonanza was used for two purposes. One, it was used for the purpose of cleaning up the balance sheets of some of the oil companies. And secondly, repeatedly by increasing the price of petrol for the oil companies, some portion was taken away, and 45,000 crores of income tax deficit in 2015-16 was compensated by these oil funds in order to shore up the balance sheet. That is why you will find no change as far as service tax is concerned. Marginally some change on account of customs, but 54,000 crores of excise, which was purely built up by this process in order to compensate over 45,000 crores of income tax deficit, which shows much about the economy. And the second aspect that we need to see is 17% was the growth between 2014-15 and 15-16 in total tax revenues, from about 12.4 lakh crores to 14.59 lakh crores. But between 15-16 and 16-17, the increase is only 11.2%, from 14.59 to 16.30. Having understood that there is no more oil bonanza, or maybe it will come or may not come, and therefore a much more realistic approach in terms of an increase of only 11.7% against 17.2%, which was the estimated increase for which you had to use the oil funds in order to shore up that 17.2%. This is some aspect in the budget arithmetic which I think from an indirect tax perspective we need to look at, because this is how the budget has been made. And if you look at the direct-indirect tax ratio, again, when we were 43% in 2014-15, we have again gone back to 48% now in terms of the share of indirect taxes, which has gained back. These are very important portents. And third one, in terms of taxing, there was so much talk about agriculture, but our tax GDP ratio has remained constant at 10.7%, both between 2015-16 and 16-17. All that I wanted to say was, this shows strain, clear strain. And therefore, to that extent, I think some prudence has been shown in estimating only a 11.2% increase in the total tax revenues at 16 lakh crores. Number of changes are there, but one, I think, very important and appreciative aspect from the indirect tax side, which I must share, is that for the first time, the budget speech carries a tally of what is the existing position, what has been changed in about 11 sections, and what is the proposed one. And particularly in indirect tax, where we need to trace the intention of a exemption notification or a change, this becomes very useful because it very clearly, precisely puts in a pithy way as to what is the change that has been made. I think it is very innovative in that sense, because it can, to a very large extent, reveal the contemporaneous interpretation of the government in being able to understand what it is. So with this, I add my words of welcome to Madam Shakuntala Garu and to our visiting speaker from Calcutta, Dr. Sharat Dal, and we will look forward to the sessions on indirect tax. Thank you.